I genuinely cannot believe the fact that I'm sitting down and filming this video right now. The title is 100% true. This is not clickbait. I found my New York City apartment and I'm moving in on June 1st. This is actually insane. Everybody always told me that when you were going through the entire apartment search process, it's the moment where you're just starting to lose hope when you find the apartment that you're meant to live in. And I was always like, no, that can't be true. I don't know. And lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys 4 different units, each of which is beautiful in its own way, but only one did I sign a lease on. And after I've shown you all 4 units, I want you guys to comment down below which unit you think I'm going to be moving into. You guys can have some debates in the comments, make it super fun, make it super conversational, and I'll also be giving you pros and cons on each unit that I'm showing you in this video. And then in my next video, I will be making the grand reveal on which unit I will be moving into on June 1st. Let's start off with a little introduction, shall we? My name's Danny, for those of you who haven't seen any of my videos before. I am a 22-year-old living on Long Island, New York with my 2 lovely parents. And since I graduated from Loyola University, Maryland last May, I've been working super hard to save enough money to be able to move into the city. I work at a New York City tech company and have been working there since December, and I do all of that while trying to balance this YouTube channel that I've been doing since I was in 8th grade. Before I jump into the units themselves, I thought it would be really helpful to cover my non-negotiables, because I toured a lot of units and a lot of them simply did not make the cut, and there's a few reasons why they didn't. My 2 non-negotiables, I honestly don't think I'm asking for too much, are safety and natural lighting. Safety is a given. I'm a 22-year-old girl who's planning on living on her own for the first time in a very big city. Of course, I want to feel safe. And natural lighting is for 2 reasons. 1, because I find that natural light brings me a lot of happiness. And 2, because I do this for a living. I do YouTube, and natural lighting is essential to good content. I'm also going to be living with 2 other roommates, and they also had non-negotiables of their own. So for Amanda, roommate number 1, something that she was really prioritizing is having a separate living space from the kitchen. Basically, what she didn't want was for our couch to be on top of our fridge, because in New York City apartments, that is very, very common to see. So that's definitely something that we were looking out for. And for roommate number 2, her name is Madeline, something that she was really interested in finding was a unit in a very walkable neighborhood with an easy commute to work. It sounds easy enough, but in New York, you really never know what you're gonna find. So let's jump into unit number 1. Unit number 1 was located in Greenwich Village, which is one of my personal favorite neighborhoods in the city. Greenwich Village is home to Washington Square Park, and if you have watched any New York City-based movie, TV show, music video, or anything of that sort, you have definitely seen Washington Square Arch. Washington Square Park is definitely my favorite park in the city. It is the best place to go and people watch. There's never a dull day, truly, and this unit was located literally 10 steps from Washington Square Park. It really could not have had a more ideal location, and that was definitely one of the things that made it such a strong contender for us. So other than the incredible location, there were a few other pros that made us love this unit so much. The first of which was the newly renovated kitchen. All of the appliances were brand new and we could totally see ourselves cooking together in that kitchen. It also had a separate kitchen from living space, which, as I mentioned, was a very big non-negotiable for Amanda. So right when we saw that, we're like, okay, this could actually be the place. We love it. There were also huge windows in 2 of the bedrooms to the point where there was just light streaming in like crazy, and we went in halfway through the day, so I can't even imagine what it was like in the early morning. But then, just like the 3 other units that I'm going to show you, this place definitely had its cons. The first of which had to do with 3rd bedroom. Actually, I think both of the cons had to do with the 3rd bedroom. The first of which is that the 3rd bedroom did not have a closet. Again, this is not uncommon to see in New York City apartments, but it was definitely slightly unfortunate. And the second one is that the window in the 3rd bedroom faced an alleyway, so it really did not get any natural light. All in all, this unit was going for $4,275 a month and was offering 0 months free of rent. Unit number 2 was located in the Lower East Side. Now, the Lower East Side has changed a lot over the years. For those of you who don't know, my mom's side of the family, after moving here from the Dominican Republic, moved to the Lower East Side, Manhattan. And when I used to visit a lot when I was younger, it was not necessarily a neighborhood that I would have considered living in. But over the years, a lot more money has been poured into it, and there are areas of it that are a lot nicer. Now, did I just describe gentrification? I think I did. So the thing is with this unit, I wasn't actually able to film it, which is super unfortunate, but the reason for that is that the tenants are actually still living there. I don't believe their lease is up until June 1st, so I didn't really feel totally comfortable filming people's personal belongings, so you guys can just take my word for it. But the living room of this place was absolutely stunning. Right when you walk in, you see a whole wall of exposed brick, which is so striking, and it was sitting alongside a massive window. So yeah, kind of the perfect common space. They even had a wall perfect for mounting a TV and enough space for a coffee table and a couch. You really can't ask for much better. You want to take it to the next level, this unit also had washer and dryer in unit, which is nuts. It sounds crazy, like when you talk to people who are not looking at New York City real estate, when you describe a washer dryer as a luxury, but it actually is a luxury in New York. It's kind of insane, and this unit had one. This building also came equipped with a virtual doorman, which checked that safety box for me, but the main kicker of this apartment was the roof deck. We walked up there, we had zero expectations, and our minds were blown. The roof deck was one of the best that I've seen of all the units that I have seen in New York City. There was a direct view of the World Trade Center, 360 views because you could walk around the entire thing, and full access up there. So you could throw parties if you want to post-COVID, or you could just hang out up there with your friends. And honestly, outdoor spaces, again, much like washer dryers, are a bit of a luxury in New York, so this made this unit a very strong contender. But now let's talk about the cons, because there definitely were some. The first of which is that it was a much smaller unit than the pictures made it out to be. This happens a lot when you are looking for units on websites like StreetEasy. Oftentimes they will use a wide angle lens, making the space look a lot larger than it actually is. But we walked in, and that's definitely the first thing that we noticed, because it was quite small. This next thing isn't really a fault of the unit. I think it was just unfortunate overall. The fact that there were tenants living in this unit when we went to visit, because it made it kind of hard to visualize how we would use the space as individuals, because the way they used the space was interesting, to say the least. So this lovely unit was asking for $4,250 in rent and offering 1 month free. So you tell me, was that price and the beautiful roof deck enough to have us seal the deal in conjunction with the washer dryer and unit? You tell me. Unit number 3, let's do the damn thing. This one was also located in the Lower East Side. This actually started to become a trend for us because we started noticing that on StreetEasy, some of the best deals were in the Lower East Side. So we figured why not venture down there, even though it wasn't necessarily the neighborhood that we were most interested in. We decided why not just give it a shot. This unit was brand new. I believe that the tenants who lived there for this past year were the first tenants to live in this unit ever, which means that everything looked pretty much untouched, and that is a really, really good sign because it meant that nothing was outdated, and just it definitely made us have a pretty good feeling about it right from the start. Like I said, having a washer dryer in unit is a luxury in New York, and this unit had one as well, which is such a plus. And you want to talk about more of a luxury, this unit also had AC. Each and every single bedroom had its own AC, and you talk about that in any other city, and I swear it doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but New York, it kind of is. Every single bedroom in this unit had beautiful natural light, and I honestly couldn't believe it because one of the units actually faced, I believe it was an alleyway, so you would think that it wouldn't have that much natural light, but somehow it did. And this unit also had a virtual doorman. So, all in all, sounds pretty perfect, I know. But then in come the cons. First con is that it was a much longer commute for all of us. Like I said, Lower East Side was not the ideal location for us, which is why it wasn't our go-to, but the deals kind of just like pulled us in, and that was definitely something that we had to consider when we were really considering this apartment. And the second of which kind of goes along with the first one, is that it was kind of in a secluded area. We didn't really feel like we were around too many bars or restaurants or shops. It didn't feel quite as young as the other neighborhoods did, so we had a lot to consider there. This unit was asking for $4,300 in rent, but offering 2 months free of rent. That's kind of a big deal. And finally, we have made it to unit number 4. But before I jump into it, just want to say that I'm trying to reach 100,000 subscribers on this channel by July 6th. So if you haven't already subscribed and you've made it this far in the video, please subscribe. It would make me literally the happiest person in the entire world. I have such big dreams and I want to reach this one so badly. So please help a girl out if you can and if you're feeling generous. But let's get into the 4th unit. So much like a lot of the other units that I've shown you guys, this one was also completely newly renovated. There was a stainless steel fridge as well as a gas stove, which is honestly quite rare to see because I feel like most newly renovated apartments in New York have electric stoves, which work slightly slower, so that was really cool to see. The bathroom was also brand new, and there was also a separate living space from the kitchen. There was actually a nook in this unit that looks like it would fit an L-shaped couch perfectly, and it provided a little bit of separation from the kitchen area so the couch wouldn't be on top of the refrigerator. All of the bedrooms were quite spacious, probably able to fit a full to a queen size bed on top of some additional furniture, which is a lot larger than some of the other bedrooms that we had seen, which was definitely exciting. The location of this unit was also prime. This location is located in Chelsea, so really we would be able to walk anywhere we wanted to go. Any type of restaurant, bar, anything we needed to do if we were running errands is within walking distance. And this location also posed as a middle ground between all of our offices. So those are the pros. Pretty good, I must say. What do you guys think? But now the cons. This is where things get tricky. The first con is that one of the bedrooms does not have a closet. And not only that, but there is no other additional closet in the rest of the unit. So that can definitely get tricky because it means that the bedrooms are slightly uneven. Even though this bedroom was the largest technically of the 3, it did not have a closet, which definitely makes it kind of difficult to live in. This unit also did not have a street view, which of course is getting kind of nitpicky, but all of the windows pretty much faced another building, although there did allow for some natural light, not quite as much as there would have been if we were facing a street. And lastly, this is more of a personal problem, I guess, but I wasn't able to view this unit in person. We were only able to view this during working hours, so my roommate Amanda, being the trooper that she is, she decided to use her lunch break during work to go and tour this unit, which was just amazing. So thank you, Amanda, if you're watching. I know you're watching this. And that was really great because we were able to see it at all, but it would have been nice to be able to see it in person. This unit was asking for around $3,800 in rent, making it the cheapest unit that I've shown you guys in this video, and it's offering 2.5 months free of rent. Okay, so those are all of the units, and now I'm turning it over to you guys. If you would be so kind, please comment down below and tell me which unit you think that we chose to live in for the next year of our lives. It is one of these 4, and I think I've done a pretty good job at remaining pretty neutral. I've given you guys the amazing aspects of these units, but also the less than amazing aspects of these units. So please comment down below not only which unit you think, but also your rationale, why you think we chose to live in this unit that you think we're gonna live in. Again, I will be making the big reveal in my next video, which goes up next Sunday, so make sure to turn on your post notifications so you don't miss out on that. I promise there's so much fun content coming. This moving series is going to be crazy. You don't wanna miss out on it, I promise. But with all that being said, I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you very soon in my next video. Bye.